5,000 years ago, there was nothing. Nothing except him, the great spaghetti monster in the sky. Everything was dull until he decided to create the universe, and a bunch of planets, including Earth. No one except for him was around to see it, but we can expect that it obviously must have been spectacular. We now go to an artist's representation of what that event must have been like. Over the course of 10 to 100 years, he spent his time making the universe appear much older than it actually was. After all of that was said and done, the FSM, Flying Spaghetti Monster, had realized the Earth was quite dull itself, and began to fix that. Then the FSM said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And the FSM adjusted his willowy eye stalks and saw that the light was good. And the FSM divided the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness he called night, or prime time. So the evening and the morning were the first day. Not after long, the FSM grew tired of flying, and being unable to tread water for long, proclaimed, "Let there be firmament in the midst of the waters, and let the firmament form coves, to one day provide safe harbor for pirates." "No, wait," he pondered. "Firmament is a stupid word. Let it be called land, since firmament ho sounds even stupider than just plain firmament." He then proclaimed, let this land divide the waters from the waters, and let there be a volcano to spew forth beer, which honestly seems like a benevolent idea. And so the volcano spewed forth beer, and he tasted it. And declared it to be quite good. So the evening and the morning of the second day. When the FSM awoke, his thoughts were muddled and he didn't know where he was. Slightly hungover, and somewhere out in the Indian Ocean, the FSM found himself a little confused about what he'd created the day before. And so, self-conscious about the previous night's misbehavior, he started barking godlike orders in an attempt to reestablish his powerfulness. And then the FSM decided to organize. He said, "Let the water underneath the heavens be gathered together in one place, and let the dry land appear," having forgotten about Day 2's firmament command, and he called the dry land Earth, having only yesterday come up with the term land. And the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And the FSM dried his noodly appendages under the hot light, and he saw that it was good, but that there was a little problem, for now he had an Earth full of land and firmament, which wouldn't do, so he lifted Day 2's firmament up to the heavens, and renamed it Heaven. The land from Day 3 he left there. Heaven seemed like a sweeter pad, and the FSM decided he'd live there and commute to Earth. Then the FSM said, "Let the Earth bring forth grass, rice, and whatever else can be turned into food that resembles my noodly appendages." And he saw that this was an original idea, which was certainly good. That night he drank a little less from the beer cano, which was relocated to Heaven along with the rest of the firmament. So the evening and the morning were the third day. At this point, the FSM was a little sore from overexertion. It was difficult for him to find a comfortable resting position during the night, which was darker than squidding pasta would eventually be. So he said, "Let there be lights in the heavens, and let there be two lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night." And since he had big plans for the next day, he turned in early. So the evening and the morning were the fourth day. The fifth day was going to be huge, so the FSM rose early. Then he said, "Let the waters abound, let the skies fill with birds, let the earth bring forth creatures, each according to its kind. Then let them canoodle and be fruitful." And he saw that it was good, and he was feeling pretty proud of himself. So he hit the beer volcano pretty hard that afternoon. Later that evening, he rolled out of bed and landed hard in the firmament. And this, fair reader, was the true Big Bang. He had a funny feeling and realized in his drunken stupor that he had not only built a factory in heaven that turned out scantily clad people, but also created a small person on earth whom he called man. And he said, "Wow, I might have even overreached my newly appendage in this one." And not even sure what day it was anymore, he decided to take an extended break from the whole creation gig, and he gave a quick blessing and declared, "From here on out, every Friday is a holiday." And so was the last and final day of creation.